Episode 16 of the Pakistani drama Humrahi takes the story into one of its most heartbreaking and tense phases. Sayhaan's health continues to deteriorate rapidly, while Elif finds herself trapped in an impossible situation. She loves Sayhaan deeply and wants to save his life, but the solution to his illness comes with an enormous personal cost. At the same time, Ghazi Yousuf becomes increasingly desperate as he struggles to protect his son and deal with the consequences of his own ruthless past. The episode begins with growing concern about Sayhaan's condition. His health has become extremely fragile, and everyone close to him realizes that there is very little time left. Doctors explain that his heart is failing quickly and that waiting any longer could put his life in serious danger. The family desperately needs a suitable donor, but finding one is not easy. Ghazi Yousuf, who has already been under enormous pressure, becomes even more determined to find a way to save his only son. Sayhaan, meanwhile, struggles to accept the reality of his illness. Although he tries to remain strong, his condition and the fear surrounding him begin to affect him emotionally. He can sense that the people around him are hiding something. His father and Elif are particularly careful about what they say in front of him because they do not want to increase his anxiety. However, their silence only makes the situation more complicated. Elif is suffering silently as well. She has already chosen to stay beside Sayhaan despite knowing how serious his condition is. She wants to give him courage and make him believe that everything will eventually become better. Yet, behind her calm appearance, she is terrified of losing the man she loves. Her emotional struggle becomes one of the central elements of the episode. The biggest turning point arrives when Ghazi Yousuf learns that Elif is a perfect donor match for Sayhaan. This discovery changes everything. For Ghazi, the news appears to offer the only possible chance of saving his son. After spending so much time desperately searching for a donor, he finally sees a solution within reach. But the discovery also creates an unbearable moral dilemma because the person who could save Sayhaan is the woman Sayhaan loves more than anyone else. Elif herself is placed under tremendous emotional pressure. She understands the seriousness of Sayhaan's condition and knows that her compatibility could potentially save him. Her love for him makes her willing to consider an enormous sacrifice. At the same time, the situation is frightening because donating an organ is not a simple decision, and the emotional consequences are overwhelming. She must think about her own life while watching the man she loves move closer to death. Ghazi Yousuf's behavior becomes increasingly disturbing as the episode progresses. His love for Sayhaan is genuine, but his methods are shaped by the violent and ruthless life he has lived. Instead of calmly accepting circumstances, he becomes determined to control the situation at any cost. His past begins to catch up with him, creating another layer of danger around the family. The episode makes it clear that Ghazi's decisions may have consequences far beyond the medical crisis. Sayhaan remains unaware of the full extent of the situation. His deteriorating health leaves him vulnerable, while the people closest to him continue making decisions on his behalf. This creates a painful contrast. Everyone believes they are protecting him, yet their secrecy prevents him from understanding what is really happening. Elif's presence gives Sayhaan emotional strength. Even when she is frightened, she tries to stay composed around him. Their relationship becomes especially emotional because the audience understands how much they have already struggled to be together. Their marriage was supposed to mark the beginning of a happy life, but Sayhaan's illness has turned their dreams into a fight for survival. By the later part of the episode, the pressure reaches an unbearable level. Sayhaan's condition is worsening.